Like, don't confuse a man being responsible and safe with him not being dangerous or not being a protector. He's just not irresponsible. He's just not on some bullshit.
Reckless.
Reckless. Like, that's a good one. He's not reckless. So you think that because a man is reserved that he ain't on that. No, it's like, you got to think about it. And what's going on is The Wolf, and we are back with another episode of The Wolf Has Spoken podcast, America's fastest growing podcast. Universe's fastest growing podcast. We encourage you to get 1% better every single day in every single way. And I'm extremely excited, as always. First of all, you already know I'm excited to announce our sponsors. Big shout out to her Fantasy Box. Make sure to go shop with them. As always, we always got the products on the screen for y'all to be able to see what you could get. Matter of fact, I'm going to take it a step farther, man. What we got right here? We got the refresh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was going to say cut them close up, but we there already. We got slippery box. Heard a lot about this. That shit go crazy. I know this Yummy. I know Yummy when I see it. I don't even know what Yummy do, and I just like the name of it. Body Magic sound like something. You know what I mean? Renew Her. And did I miss one? I feel like I skipped this one, right? No. No, it was this one. Fresh and clean.
You may notice some of the bottles are a little empty, and the Yummy sauce a little... You know, leave it at your career. It was skimming off the top, but you know, yeah, see what y'all be doing.
Oh, good shit. Here you have it. Real live testimonials.
Yeah. I tried to run it and make it sound better.
No, but as always, I'm extremely excited again to be joined by my guy, Mr. Right on Q Live, man. And as well as being home,
sir.
You know what I mean? As well, y'all know when y'all see these blue couches, what time it is. You know what I mean? Y'all know when y'all see that city skyline, even though you can't see the skyline no more, because we replaced it with the sponsor.
Sure.
But what I will say, yo, if you're watching this, comment. Let us know that you're watching right now. Like, that's one of the things I want y'all to do. Comment now. Like, I'm watching, yo. I'm tapped into y'all. I fuck with y'all. Because we normally tell people to do it at the end. Y'all probably make it halfway through. Get 27 minutes, fucking start doing something, watching something else.
Come back later.
Come back later. You don't remember. Just comment now. Yo, what's up? Wolf, you told me to comment. What's up, Q? What's up with y'all? Or let us know what y'all wanted to talk about. So we telling y'all in the beginning of the episode, go comment, go like, go subscribe, go share that shit. Now let's get into it. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. You know, we was talking about something before we started recording about crashing out.
Yeah,
you know,
I had to talk him off a cliff.
Yeah, but you know, I started thinking, you know, it reminded me of a story my man told me recently where, you know, him and his lady, they was going through a little spat or whatever, and he felt like she was trying to gaslight him with a situation. And the thing, they was out to eat, and then she went to the bathroom, came back and was like, oh yeah, like, you know, like this guy tried to talk to me. And it was after they had like an argument about like, you know, the value of each other and, you know, that type shit was, so he felt it was like a passive aggressive, like niggas be on me type shit, whatever.
Yeah, 100%.
As you know, he a certain level of maturity. It was like I'm about to go do something to this nigga, but he really was like dead face. He was like, so you want me like to go fight this nigga or something? You want me like to go do something? What's the purpose? What was your purpose? What was the response you want to get from that? Yeah. So that was a whole other conversation I had, and I was thinking about like. Again, not to put no smut on her, like what she even thought of that could,
and this is the part where he put the smut on her.
No, seriously not. But I just think about as a general, just how many situations like that have gone left, and how many times women don't realize certain situations they put their man in, not even realizing the ramifications from that. And to me, as we were speaking about earlier, like the real true power, love, and value that can come from a woman is when she would even bring that to your table.
This nigga did it. No, but to your point though, let me say this right. To first part, because I want to unpack it, because I see where you're going, but it's layered. So the initial thing, that's interesting because I used to feel like when I was younger, 100%. I remember sitting in this very studio having a conversation on one of my previous shows called No Script, Him versus Her, and I was telling my co-host who's a woman, and I'm like, yo, like y'all have selective selective omission. Whereas though, like y'all choose to omit certain things, and I'm like, you'll tell a man this, but you're not gonna tell a man that somebody trying to talk to you. So at that time, it's kind of was information that I wanted to know.
Okay.
Whereas though now as I got older and got more mature, I feel like it got to be relative and relevant. So I don't really give a fuck about a man trying to talk to you on your way to the bathroom. It's in passing, like he just being a nigga, he just shooting. He's a volume shooter.
He didn't see you probably.
Yeah, not like he was like, I see you over there with that nut ass nigga. Let me get your number.
Crazy.
That's different, right? If it's one of those situations where it's a continual thing, or you got to see this person in your natural course of life, you know, they work at your job and they keep making passes at you. They go to your gym and they keep making passes at you. Now this is information I need to know so we can figure out how we're going to mitigate this, right? Like, are we going to switch gyms if it's a gym? Or if you're working, you can't stop working when you're working at. Have you told this person you have a partner? What level of engagement do you have with this person that makes them continuously make passes at you? And if you feel like you just straight up shut the door and they still doing it, then I will say something. Because now it goes to you are now harassing my girl versus it just being a man, and it's like you walk past, you look good, he shot his shot. And of course, as men, we take it slight personal initially. Initially, we gonna take it personal because it's like, nigga, you trying to play in my backyard. Like, take your ass somewhere else before I send you somewhere else. And when you kind of go through it, you kind of like, well, like, I mean, what are you supposed to do? Like, you know, that's what a man gonna do. It ain't that deep. Did he call you a bitch? Did he say fuck out of here, you dirty ass whore? Why you ain't give me a number? If it's not that deep, then it's not that deep. But you know, to the final layer of it, the timing of it. So it's like you telling me now because of what just transpired is where the passive aggressive petty shit come into play. But if it's like you genuinely felt uncomfortable, I would just say, yeah, that's cool. Don't worry about it. He just said something to you, like, it ain't that big a deal. But if it's like, nah, like I tried to come on the bathroom, this nigga put his hand up, stop me in my tracks. Now I'm about to go stop him in his tracks. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's levels to that and how that can play out. But as far as in just understanding, like, when a woman love a man, and this is the thing that I feel like men don't often pay attention to. Like, we know that women are like proclaimed to be nurturers, right? Nurturers, affectionate. So because of that, those things come easy to them, right? Like, even us being protectors and providers, I'd be like, every man is a protector and a provider. If he's not protecting and providing for you, it's just a telltale sign. Like, you want to see if a man is a protector or a provider, just put his mom in front of him, his daughter, his sister, a woman he care about. You'll see how fast that nigga will protect some shit and provide for some shit because it's innate. So when we see the affection, the nurturing, all of that shit, I don't accredit that to a woman loving me, or even a man that's watching. That don't mean she loves you. You know, a woman love you by how she protects you from things that could be harmful to you, right? Like, a woman that love you would never want to see you do things that can harm yourself. Think about it. Like, because even in a self-centered, selfish way, they don't want to lose you.
Yeah.
Like, and this nigga can't go out here and sell he can't go out here and do, I don't want him to be in a violent situation. So it then shapes how they act. Because she's like, you know what? I got too much love and respect for my man. I'm not gonna wear this. Because if I wear this and the man touch my ass, I know my man gonna crash out. I'm not gonna go to this place because I know if I go in there and this happens, my man gonna crash out. Or I'm not gonna call my man because of some minor shit because he might crash out. And even if you're not gonna crash out, you don't know what you're calling him to. So the person that you're calling him to, you never know somebody experience what they think. Oh, you calling your man? Oh, he might come in hot and ready to go at it. I'm gonna get to him before you get to. So a woman starts to think in a protective way, the same way she would do with her son. She's not gonna send her son into harm's way because she loves him to get my son. It's like last resort. Even if it's men in the family, a woman could be real deal going through some real shit and won't call the men in her family and let them know, because for one, she's still a lot of person that's putting her through it, and for two, she don't want them to do something that's going to affect their life or their livelihood. That's when you know a woman love a man, because it's not just about her showing love and affection and giving attention because that come natural. It's about the things that don't come natural. She's not a protector. So if she's going into a mode where she's thinking like a protector, that means she's trying to protect you out of love, right? It's like, it could, some of it is fear, is in fear of losing you because she loves you and she won't even want you to do some shit. Babe, don't drive that fast. Babe, I don't think you should go there. She'll start trying to micromanage your decisions, because, you know, as men, we constantly, our life is not risk adverse. It's just what it is. We men, it comes with that level, but some men take more risk than others. she'll be trying to manage and prevent you from taking risk that's even minimal just because she's looking down the path of what it could possibly be. Now, as men, the funny part about it is we keep on their toes because we know that a lot of it just they be overthinking. We know it ain't even that big a deal, ain't that deep. We know how to handle ourselves. But the fact of the matter is to even have a woman care in that regard, like your mom care and your grandma, they don't want that to happen to their baby. She don't want to happen to her baby. If you her baby, you'll know because she's not going to put you in certain predicaments, nor will she allow you to put yourself in certain predicaments. But if she's telling you, oh yeah, I like them like this, you got to be violent, you got to be this, you got to be that, she don't give a fuck about you. She's chasing a thrill and the illusion of the thrill in which it provides. But the moment that thrill starts to become taxing on her, oh yeah, she out on you. That's why a woman to be dealing with a motherfucker, he'll fall. She's out the door because she was chasing a thrill, and guess what? She's fucking with the next nigga that's gonna give her that thrill. She's no longer. She's not there though for you. She's there for the thrill. So when you're not there physically, you away. Oh yeah, she's about to go find the next person that can provide it. But if you think that because you live that thrilling lifestyle and that she says she attracted to that thrill, that she cares about you, you're gonna be sadly awakened. And when you run into that predicament where the thrill actually come up and fuck you over, and now she fuck you over with it. What you about to say though?
So you saying they don't care about the man. So is it just that they don't have the foresight to see that where these things will lead to, but actually do care about themselves?
I think,
or that's like an anomaly.
I think it could be a blend of both. Okay. I think in large part is the foresight, right? I think that if they, when it comes to like who they have babies with, I think that's foresight, right? Because they think they living in the moment, right? So it's like because in the moment this feel good, this feel right. We're gonna be here forever. Forever to them is next moment by moment. It's never like what 10 years really should look like. It's literally moment by moment. So I 100% agree in that regard. But when it comes down to the once you get in beyond that, and it's really we living in this shit. Once she start giving a fuck about you, she care about what you put in your body. A woman that care about you, she like, it almost like she try to become your mom.
Right.
And it's annoying, but we appreciate it because in a weird way, we want them to act like that while respecting us like a man. Essentially, right? It's like you could try to baby me because I ain't gonna lie, my tummy hurt, right? Right, my stomach, baby me, fuck it. I want to lay my head on your chest and I want to feel coddle me, fuck it, cuddle me, not coddle me, cuddle me, fuck it. But it get like that, but when we get back up, I want you to know, like I'm still, you know what I'm saying? So
the duality, yeah,
it's a duality thing. So that's okay, but it's one of the things where if it never get to that point where she's trying to protect you from others and yourself, then that's a telltale sign that she don't care about you.
I think that's a fair point. Even if because some less developed and mature even have those moments in them, if it's never the other side, the other end of the spectrum, like she.
The less mature, a young chick is still chasing the thrill.
Yeah.
So is you, the kid, right? I'm speaking of that, right? I think that we need to redefine certain things. Like I keep hearing, like a woman, like I'm about to just settle down with a square. What the fuck do you even mean by that? Like, and most of the time when they describe a square, they describe a responsible adult.
Square ass nigga.
So you telling me it's lame to pay your bills, have good credit, make a solid living. Like
every time.
That's like the stupidest shit. That's like me saying, yeah, I'm about to just get me a wife, one of them corny ass chicks. Like this create is a woman not gonna want to be corny, a man not gonna want to be lame. So now you got people outside of what they naturally would want to do to not fit into this box of what's being called and considered. But you got to check the source. If you is out there, like I look at who's calling somebody a square. It's just like, yeah, your life not together. So I understand why you still chasing irresponsibility because responsibility and discipline looks like restriction to you. And that's lame to you. And if you still kind of like chasing your tail and looking for a certain type of lifestyle, I can understand that. But you could always find a grown woman out the crowd because she's past that phase. Like she didn't say she don't want gifts, but she would much rather take responsibilities being handled before she worry about the latest fashion. It don't mean she don't want it. It's not first on her list. That's not going to get her drawers to come down. The pussy get wet behind the fucking pipe getting fixed. You lay pipes when pipes get fixed. When lights get turned on, lights get turned off. Like they not getting wet off the fact that you just going by. They'll take that. That's a gift. But if they had to choose, they know they can't live in no bag. You follow what I'm saying? So you can always spot them because they're not going to refer to that. Now, what I will say, and then even a safe man gets looked at in that way. It's like, no, like don't confuse a man being responsible and safe with him not being dangerous or not being a protector. He's just not irresponsible. He's just not on some bullshit.
Reckless.
Reckless. Like that's a good one. He's not reckless. So you think that because a man is reserved that he ain't on that. No, it's like you got to think about it. And asking a woman to think is a big question sometimes, right? But I need you to feel where I'm coming from. Because in reality, it's one of the things where how are you going to feel if when that shit come back to hit the fan? And that's the thing that I want y'all to see in large part. But yeah, we need to redefine that because it's lame to not pay your bills on time. You're square if you don't have a good credit score. Mm-hmm. You square if you don't have responsibility. You square if you don't have a bank account. Like that's square to me, and that's no disrespect. Mm-hmm. But that's for real. It's like we gotta shape ourselves as men to set the standard on what manhood look like because we got fucking kids. We got responsibilities. So I don't give a fuck how you get your shit done. Do it your way. Mm-hmm. Just make sure the shit get done. I'm not about to applaud irresponsibility. And I'm not going to allow a woman to make a responsible man seem lame. No, it is something as being corny. But corny is objective. Absolutely. Right? Like everybody got their own definition of corny. But we're not going to call responsible square. We're not going to call that lame. Like, think about how deeply embedded this shit is. Go back to childhood. The kids that was the class clowns, right. The ones that was in the hallway, the cool kids. For sure. You do all your work, what they call you. A fucking nerd. A dweeb. This dweeb life is set the fuck up responsibly. Somehow this is a nerd. This is a dweeb. But this motherfucker throwing paper balls and can't even spell. And he's lashing out because he got to read out loud. And I can't. So we come from that, right? Like, I was smart, but I still was on some bullshit. Right. Like, I'm not going to act like everybody grew up with me know what type of time. You know what I'm saying? So I can't try to like dissociate myself. But I still look back at him like, damn, like, I mean, I was always a hybrid. I was doing both. I did my work and I was doing that bullshit. The fact of the matter is that my homies that was on bullshit, we all equally was cool, while the niggas that was getting A's on the test were just looked at like. And we gotta reframe that, man. If we want to see healthier relationships, we gotta promote healthy people.
So that's all I was about to say as well. I was absolutely a hybrid as well, and so I can't
talk shit about it because I was on it. But
I'm enjoying what you're saying. I can't, my whole life again. My mom who raised me, like being dumb was just never it. Like she called my cousin dumb, shit like that. Like it was just never it. Yeah, so it's like I was always cool. I was never looked at as a nerd or a dweeb, but I've always been smart. I've always, I'm proud of me. Yeah, I used to get paid for doing people homework and shit like that. So it's like, I don't know. Back to the whole corny, like niggas is just dweebs. Some people are just corny nerds, dweebs. I don't give a fuck how smart you are, nigga. You could be a dumb nerd. Like it's like it is what it is. So, but I'm with you there. I'm with you there overall. Yeah, for sure. The cool people. Ooh, but my other thought I'll take it to is like, one thing that's always stood out to me is when they say every girl has a bad boy face. And I always thought that's the dumbest shit ever. Because it's like, I get it, thrill.
That's what it is.
Thrill. Yeah. But when bitches really be catching cases or like be in a line of danger, that's where you
that's a lack.
Because we were talking about horror. Like I would truly be devastated if like my daughter grew up to just you have no even real reference point of this. Like again, your dad wasn't like this, so you to be like, oh, I'm chasing my dad type shit. You just wake up one day, I just want that nigga that's on the corner. I'm like,
well, it literally start from that square shit though. It start from because it's like you got, like I said, like most women want a reformed hood nigga. Get them after. Yeah, like well, that's a good point. It just depends on the phase. Like 18 to 22 is no escaping. It's just what it is. Like it's inevitable, right? It's like you'll be lucky if your daughter can bypass. We lucky for our daughter to bypass that, right? Like that comes down to positioning. But even if we put them in better environments, they're still going to seek out the bad boy of that environment because of that thrill, right? They want to have fun. There's no structure, no responsibility, and they can meet them at their maturity level. They're going to argue back and forth with them. It makes sense. It gets to a point where you're at a certain age and you're still kind of on that. That's when it's like, what do you want for yourself? Because now I do, because I come from what my background, I come from that understanding. Like I very much understand that completely. Like I even know the psychology of both sides, right? I feel like it's women that choose, like it's women that excel in that world of like holding men down. Like they riders. That's what they on. They need it. They necessary. I wouldn't tell a nigga that's like not on that type of time at all to try to even engage with that type of woman because she was put here to be a helpmate for that lifestyle. And there's men that's literally vested what they on. So they exist. It's when you start trying to dip your toe in the pool. It's like you got the women that don't really belong on that side trying to dip their toe in there because they think it's fun and it's thrilling and it's cool, and then they don't know what they're signing up for. Then you got the men trying to fuck with the women on that side because they want a hood chick, this, that, and that. You don't really know what you're signing up for, and then they feel out of place, and that's why they getting called squares and lames. But you cool to the people that you cool to. You cool to the person that think it's cool to do what you do. Like, it's some motherfuckers that play games and cosplay and do all this shit in the fucking in that world, and that shit cool. There's a cool guy in that world. I'm pretty sure probably a dweeb in that world. Right. Those worlds exist where you can go be cool. But if you know that you on this type of time, you into this type of shit, and you trying to go in this world, you out of your element, and that is lame essentially because you're trying to fit into a place that you don't fit. Like, and I look at it like in totality is like knowing yourself helps you prevent that, because now you can align yourself with women, or if you're a woman, you can align yourself with the man that no matter what phase you in, it aligns. Like at one point, I know women was attracted to me for the lifestyle I was living. Now it's more so because of my growth. Like, this is where I'm at today. The development is like, all right, you see that I'm versed and seasoned enough on that type of time, but you see that I'm also way beyond that, way more mature. But that's perfect, right? But that's why most women desire that, because they want to know that you're capable. They want to be like, it's like money with them. It's like they want to know that you got the money, but they don't always actually ask for it. And it'd be funny because I always say women don't ask me for money. And it's like, you would think that like they just don't ask me, but they just know that shit get taken care of. And it's that knowing that makes them comfortable. And it's like, I'm not talking about begging ass women that's going to ask anyway, because I've had 3 or 4 women that probably legitimately ask for my first conversation. Women that I've been, they don't even think about it. Like they don't even fix their lips to even, because the way I carry it is like, why you asking for something that's going to get done anyway? You know what I'm saying? And that's just that can go back to how as men how we carry it. But the fact of the matter is, in some situations, it's just knowing I'm capable makes them comfortable and feel safe. But if they look at you and don't think you're capable, or he don't like he got no money, or he don't like he can fight, or he don't like that protection provision shit, they can't see it because they visual creatures. Even though they try to pin that shit on us, they visual creatures. They rule it out and they go just try to see where it's most present. And because they don't have foresight and they're impulsive, typically what offers them that immediately, that's what they go for. That's why I look like the bad boy, but it's just really just instant gratification painted as thrill.
So would you say the reformed street nigga dynamic is akin to or similar to like a reformed whore thing? Where like, so like, we know she got it in her.
No. No. It's a good question, but no. Because women date aesthetics, men date character. So a reformed street nigga got swag, but at the same time, he know how to conduct himself in a mature manner. People respect him on that type of time, and they respect where we on this type of time. When you kind of just got mileage, it don't really lead to nothing. No. I think the best way to reform yourself, like from in the eyes of a man, or like for us to look at a woman differently, is when it's a gap coped with a respectable man. Like, I think that could wipe it. Like, because like, a lot of their decisions be based on lack of guidance. So if they get with a man that teach them better and they know better and they carry themselves in a better way, I think we'll forget about that shit. Because we know that a lot of it just because she just didn't know no better. Not all of it, but a lot of it. With a nigga that's thorough, a nigga that guides you, and you still go back to it, it's like, knowing that you got that in you, we never gonna want to respect that. It is like, if bro just wasting his time. But it's been some situations where Shorty might have been going, like, you know what I mean? And then she get with a guy, and he really teaching her like love and her worth, and she not going no more, and you got no choice but to respect her. There's so many girls that I forgot used to really be on that. And I think about it, like, wait, you used to really be on that. Like, they got refined. Yeah, life looked different because of the, and I know women were like, oh, it's not because of a man, it's because of me. But I mean, that's self-work. But if you're talking about like the way shaping the way a man see you, it's 100% because of the man you with. Because on totality, the same way we can look at a chick dealing with a man, and we would look at her like, damn, I thought you was here. And it's not like it's not even from because a lot of times I realize that women receive what we say based on how they interpret it, which is natural, right? They're women. But when a man judging you off your standard of men, it's not in a comparison way like we're trying to downplay. It's just like one of the situations where it literally is a case in point of your decision making. It's like, oh, that's what you into? cool. Like you ain't my cup of tea. And women do that in some degree, but not all the time. Because like a woman to see 20 women on you, they don't care what the women look like. They'll be the 21st. As a man, we look at it like, but like, what's the quality? Like, you're in a situation, but like you feel me? And that matters to us. But if she kind of like here, and then she deal with a motherfucker that get respect, oh yeah, that's 100% gonna take her up.
Yeah, like you got a baby dad, you got 3 kids and a nigga, but that type of nigga got 3 kids out you though.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, shit. Like I pay my bills on time. Like I don't know if motherfucker got a car. I don't know if he got a bank card. So that matter because it come down to their decision making. You know what I mean? Whereas though they not really judging us in that way. Like we have a baby mom or, you know, a man have an ex-girlfriend and it's like she ain't up to par. They might judge her looks. That's the first thing they go to. Seeing the type of girls you into. It's always the looks. The credit on fire. She got this shit, supporter shit. They completely why because
and it don't matter still.
Like aesthetic.
Yeah. So, but to your point also before we landed about the whole cool can be anywhere corny. I was like, as you were telling, you know what? That's actually fair. Cause my whole life I have never ever been really attracted to hood bitches. Like it's like girl, ain't no like I'm a nigga, but I hear like but buying his lips. Yeah. So like really, who really be on that? Yeah. Like, oh, mommy, I'm good. Like, no, like, hey, once it's a chest tat and shit like that, like, no, I'm good. You are not for me. I'm not for you. Yeah, I'm not for you. So, like, so when, as a person, I can say, I've never been corny my whole life. To me, yeah, but to her, you might be nutty. I don't know about that. Yeah, and that's fine though, because absolutely, yeah, like to be corny to people that's corny to you. Yeah. Like, I don't like what you like. You don't like what I like. Fuck it. We two sides. We two sides of different corners. Whatever case may be. But when it comes down to you trying to, you only feel nutty when you out of your element, and that's why like I respect the space that I'm in. Like I be knowing it's like we talked about it prior when we talked about the whole different rooms. Like all right, cool. If I ain't him in this room, cool. I know I'm him wherever I go. That's still subjective. Like if a woman wants a singer, I don't fucking sing. So we at a fucking music fest and there's all these singers and they at the front. That's they bag. That's them. Like they gotta want the type of man I am, and then that's when we can start to understand our worth and rank in that room. But it don't take away from our worth internally as a person. But yeah, we just gotta redefine lame in the totality of a standard because we really do look at square. And it's collective. We as kids we'll say, yeah, that's they real nerdy. That boy went to college. He a geek. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. What the that's fucking a lot of politics. This nigga eating salad. Yeah, a lot of politics.
Then you trying to do better by yourself. This nigga eating healthy. This nigga went on time. It's like what? Nigga go to bedtime. It's like and it's like I say we because we all do the shit, right? Even if we don't all do it the same, but we all do it in some type of way where we look at a responsible person and think that they nutty. I'm really telling my homie, like, bro, like the late fee don't go on till like 12. Why you paying your rent on the first? Like, really, like worst advice I ever gave. And I really was serious about this shit. I'm like, bro, like this is my philosophy. You gonna owe them again in the first. So why it matter if you pay one time? Like, no matter what, by the next month you gonna owe them again. You can pay them the first every month. 29 days later you're gonna owe them again. So it don't matter if you give it to them a little late here. That was my philosophy, and I really used to be upset with this motherfucker for being responsible. And then I grew up. And that's all I'm encouraging people to realize, like, yo, we got to start, like, highlighting that because it's actually lame to not be able to do that type of shit. If we're going to consider anything to be corny, it's that. It's not corny to be responsible. It's corny to be irresponsible. But if you're in that phase of your life and that's the thrill you live and you chase and you seek, or if you're standing on it, like, if that's your lifestyle, you standing on it, we got no choice but to respect it. But don't straddle the fence and let somebody else convince you to do some corny shit trying to be cool. Like, real corny.
Recently, I was having a conversation with somebody, and I ended up landing on the idea of like, yeah, like, you know, now that we married, now I was happy and fulfilled with the timing of it. I feel it couldn't have happened earlier, better, XYZ, whatever. Because whatever the conversation was, if this was before, I would have been less comfortable with certain things happening because I wasn't ready for. Again, it all could be internal. I wasn't ready for that level of responsibility and shit like that as a leader, as a partner, and shit like that, whatever. So I feel like a lot of men either aren't aware of that stage or that awareness, or they just ignore it and shit like that. They are honest with themselves about it. So I think, you know, can you give me like 3 solid things
I think three things that see. The funny thing about men, right? Because we got egos, right? Everybody ego look different. The goal as a man is to be able to understand your ego, never get rid of it, but understand it, be able to manage it. And the best woman you'll find is the woman that know how to manage it, right? Because she's not gonna try to destroy it. Most women, they don't know how to manage egos, and they get intimidated by ego, and they make it out to be this bad thing. No different than a man making a woman out to be a nagger. It's like, bro, she's not gonna stop nagging, but you can manage her nagging. A man is never going to not have his ego because that's what establishes our status in the world. Like that's what fuels us. That's that part of us that makes us feel like you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up, and I'm gonna show you got me fucked up, and I'm gonna accomplish the greatest thing ever. It gets overbearing when his ego is like a balloon where any little subtle resistance can pop it. It's weak, it's fragile. He need validation. He need all of this different approval from all these different women. That's when it's weak. Or he need money. He got to have on designer clothes. He don't feel like himself. If he broke, like that's when there's a weak ego. He comparing himself. He getting jealous. But if it's just him, us just having it. So a woman being able to manage a man's ego is the ultimate key. But to the three things that a man could do to feel good or feel like he can satisfy his woman, got to be able to teach her, right? That's like, if I can't teach you, I can't lead you. You know what I'm saying? And like every woman is susceptible to being taught, which is why they always hire or find themselves attracted to men in that predicament of teaching. So it comes down to, okay, as a man, I'm a teacher. What am I good at educating on? Because all men want to feel like they smart to their woman. It's just inevitable. You don't want your woman to think that you're not smart because then you feel like I can't teach you. You're not going to listen to what I'm saying. You're not going to let me lead you. So knowing what you're smart at and knowing a woman's cravings for, because everybody is a sapiosexual to some degree, knowing a woman's cravings to what she wants to learn and you being able to satisfy it, that's level one, right? The other level of it is being able to carry the weight of her problems. Because if I'm a man and I can't handle your problem, this is why it wouldn't make sense for a man, just because you could fuck a woman that's a millionaire, if you don't have that type of money, you would never feel equal. She's never going to allow you to feel equal to her because in reality, her problems are too big for you to carry. So when she really run into a problem with this $14,000 mortgage and you can't pay it and you trying to give her advice, she's going to look at you and say, you know what the fuck you talking about, and call one of her wealthy friends. Even if she ain't cheating on you, nigga, you still going to feel less than. And you going to feel alienated in that world because it's going to be impossible for her to listen to you in the area where she thinks she's farther advanced. So a man got to be able to carry the weight of her problems. And lastly, be able to make her come. Because if I can't satisfy you in the bedroom, then that's going to create a whole nother barrier of the resentment, built-in pent-up aggression, lack of expression, lack of communication, because you don't want to fuck with my ego, so there's no growth and development, and I can't get you off. So ultimately, those three things will let you know if you're in alignment with your woman. If I can't teach you, if I can't carry the weight of your problems, and I can't make you come, I'm not your man. And as a man, we got to be okay with that. Like, we got to be okay with, while dating, assessing, all right, cool. A lot of people, I can make her come. That's all I need to do. You know what I'm saying? All right, I get my shit off. I can teach her. I can pay all the bills. That's all I need to do. No, you need to be able to do all three of those things effectively to be able to manage a healthy relationship. A healthy relationship is not a perfect relationship. Healthy just means that this is where she stopped talking about her needs being met. This don't mean you need to have a bunch of money. To carry the weight of a woman's problem just means you dating inside of a bracket that you can afford. Being able to lead a woman don't mean you got to be motherfucking Albert Einstein. It just means that you're advancing day to day in ways that she's attracted to and admire. So if she go to the gym and you go to the gym and you teach her how to work out, you learn a new workouts, you teach her new workouts, you're advancing her. She's attracted to that. She's evolving. Everybody wins. And then if you could take her to the bedroom and put her through the mattress, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the things where, for one, that'll keep you in the game long. That'll keep you in the game for a very long time.
Let's start with that one.
You can master that for sure. The other two is how you feel good as a man. Just want to feel like a dick appointment. Some niggas be okay with it, but it's like at some point you want her to feel like you're a king. To be able to do that, these are the areas that you need to measure and be able to manage, to be able to identify and say, I could do that for this woman. So at least I know that if we do get serious, I can handle all that comes with her, because everything else is just nuanced and it'll just happen over time. And that's just a part of relationships.
Come with her. I see what you did there.
Well, good. I can't even take that. You did that. That's good.
Well, all right, so let's talk to women real quick then. Because, speaking of, putting her through the mattress, the narrative I've always heard,
what's your thoughts on the three things? What's your thoughts? Yeah.
I'm rolling with that, of course. Number one.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't want to start with that because I felt like they was going to skip it.
Got it. I mean, flip over. But no, to teach, I'm definitely with that, and I think that's profound because, like you said, you don't have to be necessarily smarter than her or the smartest nigga in the room. You just got to have your lanes.
Yeah.
And be the man of that lane and stand on it, and also have evolution and development in that lane. And just like I said, the gym. Yo, I'm the gym nigga. My girl, she want to get better in shape. We both active. That's our bonding time. Yeah. I got this, and that's that'll stay consistent over time.
Good about that. Yeah. She got to talk to you about DTIs and shit. You don't know what the fuck she's talking
about. Yeah, personal. Or yeah, yeah. Or some people are my stepdad. He was the handyman nigga. My mom knew car related, house related. She ain't but even think of anybody else in the world before her husband.
That's a good point though, because that's ultimately what it is. Mm-hmm. We want our woman to call on us. That's where it comes from.
With the wisdom, knowledge, and the know-how.
Yeah, he trusts that it's going to get
done. Yeah, he gonna get it done. Whatever. All right. Before I say that though, and the last one was that was all.
Yeah. No, it was it was the weight of her problems.
Weight of her problems, yeah. So yeah, like you said, the bracket, whatever. And I also think to add to just the brackets and the finances, whatever. Of course, that's facts. But I also think just having the bandwidth as well to carry the weight of problems. Yeah. Like just like on a mental, emotional level.
Yeah, and I should have specified that because I mean that's a part of carrying it.
Yeah. Because even if you can afford it,
yeah,
do you have the bandwidth to help her through it, to lead her through it?
Even if it's not money, even if it's just mental.
Literally, yeah, exactly. So it was like to be able to know how. Because again, I had to grow with that over time. Where I was like, "Yo, that's the answer.
Yeah,
it's done." And wait, why are you still talking about it? I just gave you the answer. Like it's like I had to realize. Oh no, she needs time to process it, fill through and shut that. Where I'm just like, I gave you the fucking answer. I don't like. Why are you telling me again about it? So being able to carry it, help her through it, and also don't get too overwhelmed or at least too often yourself with those problems. Whatever. Yeah. I definitely think all those definitely on point though.
I'm glad you even said that though, because that's something that I should have specified. Being able to carry the weight of a woman's problems, it goes beyond financial, because you could be able to handle the overhead and take care of it, but you might not be able to handle her emotional ups and downs, her mood swings, her fucking overthinking and her crash out. And that's a problem in itself. Her insecurities, you know what I'm saying, her trauma. And it's like it ain't for us to try to fix, but just managing it. And I think that if we know how to manage it and know that we can manage it, that's when they don't burn us out. Because there's a burnout when you stressing me out with your bullshit, your trauma, your fucked up experiences, and I don't really got the capacity to go through this. So again, you're not my woman. Because for my woman, I'm going to develop the patience and the grace. Like, you know how many men cut women off after one fuck up, one bad thing, because they don't got the patience, they don't got the capacity, they don't got the energy, they don't got the time. You burning me out. So that's just automatically, we're not for each other because I don't even got the capacity to handle that problem. But having the capacity to handle that problem allows for you to be able to say, you know what? We're going to work through this. I got patience. I got grace. And as long as it's developmental, because I got grace for growth, we good. And then it won't become a burden. So that was good that you added that, because you actually expounded in a way that I was thinking and didn't say because I landed on one. So I'm glad you shared that, bro.
No, for sure. And because let's say a man don't realize that, or he's not tapped into that level, and you just I'm paying for it. You don't realize that's still going to lead to that resentment and her revolt and shit. Because you just a build. You
just literally like not coming.
Yeah.
He pissed out. Yeah. Then she talked to one nigga that get all her thoughts out.
He ain't pay a damn. And now pull to the mattress. He got one step. That's all he got to offer.
Yeah. But that shit start with that though, for sure. And if we look at it, I'm gonna pass it back. But if we look at it like not a big deal, and just strive for that to be a part of our report card, it won't seem like too much. I feel like men be like, why should I have to do all of that? It's really not that much. It's different on different days because women operate off emotions. Emotion means energy, emotion, which means it's constant and it fluctuates. So it's never going to be the same. But you should make that fun. Like, you don't want her to be mono. You don't want her to just be like predictable. You want to be the fun part is managing what the fucking problem I had to solve. I heard today. She about to stop at a green light and call me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And instead of being annoyed by it, I look forward to it because it shows trust. It's like, you know what? She's so motherfucking trusting of me that her brain don't even fucking work.
Yeah, like I said again, I'm human. So I'm so used to, leading certain things, whatever, that sometimes I do get annoyed because it be the moments that I didn't account for her brain being off. I thought I charged this battery. Yeah, it should be. I'm like, I thought of everything under the sun except this motherfucker. turn your fucking brain on. Like, God damn. Yeah, the trust is there for sure. Absolutely. She'd be.
But the thing about it, I'm glad you even used the word trust, but I still want you to say, you said you want to say something about the women. But the thing about trust, and I think that we often talk about submission. Submission. We need a woman to submit. At this point, fuck submission. I don't even give a fuck about it. I just want trust. Because, like, submission just sounds like a word that they just can't comply with. Keep it. Throw that bitch away. I want you to trust my decision making. I want you to trust my word. I want you to trust my abilities. I want you to trust your decision that you made to give me a chance in order for this shit to work out. Just trust it. So if I say we're going to do this, trust that it's going to work out for our greater good, for the betterment. Because when you trust, you don't fuss. When you trust, you don't become a burden or a headache. You don't overthink. You just allow yourself to have faith. And if that's too much to ask, then you go internally and you ask yourself, well, damn, what happened in my life that I need to work through that's preventing me from trusting a motherfucker that gave me no reason not to trust them? And I understand a lack of trust when I did something to you.
Sure.
But if I come into a situation and I didn't give you no reason to doubt me, why are you doubting me based on the actions or inactions of somebody else? Why are you withholding the energy that I could be utilizing or we could be utilizing to further our relationship based on the energy that you gave in a situation that drained you? Why the fuck am I kind of dealing with that? Like, why am I dealing with a heart that I didn't break and dealing with trust that I didn't fuck up? All we can ask for is trust. You don't want to submit. Cool. It's fine. It looked the same. When you trust the motherfucker, it's the same shit. You sit back and you shut up. You know, you let me go where I'm going. You don't think you got the better route. You ain't seeing me drive down this highway. Why you ain't get off at that exit? You just sitting there in La La Land scrolling on your phone like we like y'all, not saying shit. In order for that to be able to happen, you have to trust the decision you made to fuck with us. If you don't even trust the decision you made to fuck with us, then why fuck with us? Because you don't get to choose to fuck with us and then choose how you fuck with us in a way that's fucking us up. No, we're not going for that.
Yeah, and I'll tell you a quick little La La Land story. So, to me, what puts me and my wife at the ultimate test every time is when we go to weddings together. Because it ain't too many events that's more important of being on time than a wedding. Like, this is the start of the fucking thing. Like, the rest of it, all right, cool. Other events, birthday parties, if you late, all right, cool, that shit, whatever. So, I always got to manage, find someone to be with Queen. And the problem with this time was the wedding was going to, Grandma and BB was going to be there. So, she ain't in a tuck to get Queen. So, I had to get somebody to get Queen. I got to get my shit together. I had to go to work that day, make sure where she's at. Of course, I get the makeup that day, the hair, all type of shit, whatever. So, long story short, she fucked up the plan. We was gonna be late as shit, whatever. So I had to and I'm the type of person where I like to be en route. We leave the house, go there, and then I don't like to stop, go back, whatever. So I realized I had to make a judgment call. Omaha Audible. And go drop Queen off first.
Absolutely.
And then come back. And then I did all that shit. And she was home doing her makeup, whatever. She don't know what the fuck. She don't know that she don't realize that she almost ruined this entire day. That we probably would have broke up. It's like, no. But, so to your point being in the car, every time we go into a wedding event, she was in the car doing makeup. Oh, I look good. Selfie. I'm just looking at her like,
and fucking La La Land.
Just, I'm going to scroll so fucking.
How many moves I had to do.
It's like,
brother, wow.
What's the makeup boy? I'm a single bad boy. You don't know who the kid is. Like,
you just her driver.
Absolutely. Before I get to the girl, another thing I want to say is, see what you think about this. It's not a hypothetical, it's a real thing.
Okay.
So the thing about trust, letting them in, make decisions, whatever. A guy I know, his woman, it was an online situation, but his girl asked him, no, he told his girl, I'm going to cut the grass on Sunday. Wednesday comes, it's a guy there cutting his grass. So the conversation turned into like, he's like, yo, that's crazy. She gotta cut the grass, whatever. So somebody was like, oh, that's cool. She's thought to get it done still. The other people's like, but also you the man, if you say you're gonna do it on Sunday, why is it Wednesday and it's still not even done?
Oh, this was next Wednesday.
The following Wednesday.
Oh, no, that changed everything.
Yeah, not before Sunday.
No, yeah, I thought
that'd be crazy.
No, you should see my face.
Yeah, no,
you should see my face. After you said Wednesday, I'm thinking Wednesday before Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
My bad, yeah.
Okay, the following came, you didn't do it. I'm not mad at her.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
I'm not mad at her.
So you went, okay. I wasn't sure where you were thinking.
So I can't, no, I'm objective, right? So I'm not saying it was right. I said I'm not mad at her.
Okay.
Understand how she get there, and honestly, that's one of them. That's just a control thing. That take matters into her own hand. But you can't be mad because you didn't do what you said you was going to do. So for me, it's like my age-old philosophy of like going back to being able to financially carry the weight when you're dealing with a woman. you never want to put your woman in a predicament to have to call on another man.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, granted, this ain't no pride, no ego. It's not to say like if y'all tried and you just ran out of resources and she got to call her dad or her uncle or a male figure. This ain't got to be a side nigga to get that extra help that you stop her. But that got to be like at the Z on the list, right? That can't be nowhere before Z. Like y'all had to exert. I'm talking about you had to drive Uber, Lyft. Like tricking had to come up before that. Like she got to sell some shit. No, I'm fucking with you. But all in all, though. Like,
but he can sell some shit.
Something got to give. You know what I'm saying? So it got to be the last resort. But you, as a man, never want that to be a thing. So you never want to be where like your girl, like, oh, I need to get my car fixed, and you ain't got the bread. Then she got to call her dad, and it's like, fuck, now I look like I'm not handling myself as a man. You know what I'm saying? But it come down to like not putting yourself in that predicament either. Because as a man, if you say you're gonna do something on Sunday, it shouldn't even get to Wednesday. You got to be a man of your word first.
Right.
And I can't be mad at how you get held accountable. And you can't be mad at how you get held accountable. The accountability didn't look like, why you ain't cut the grass? That's what most women gonna do. She said, nah, I got something better. I'm gonna get the grass cut. As a man, you should feel offended. You should be mad, but you can't be mad at her. You have to be mad at yourself because you said you were gonna do something and you didn't do it. No different if you say, I'm gonna get your car fixed Friday. She got to be to work on Saturday. You don't do it. She called her dad and he do it. And you're like, why you keep
looking at you like,
it's like, first of all, dad in the business now.
Yeah.
Now 100% pops looking at you like, hey, what's up? So to avoid that, you just do what you say you're gonna do. And if it wasn't gonna get done on Sunday and it's Saturday, you ain't feeling like it. Say, babe, I'm gonna do it this week. I got you. Just fucking give yourself an updated milestone. Like, don't just let the checkpoint be what it was, and then you don't say nothing, and now it's getting done.
And to the point about the whole trust of who to call, that was part of my mom and my stepdad's conflict oftentimes because he has no concept of time. So it's like he wants to do everything. I'm gonna build the kitchen. I'm gonna build the I'm gonna do the couple years later. Dog, one time we were on vacation. I think one time we went to Disney World. We was going for like 2 weeks. He said, no, by the time you get back, the bathroom gonna be done. It's gonna be a whole new
out of town.
We came back, the bathroom started. Insane. Like
then we gotta go hire a contractor.
And a few times she did it throughout the years, his pushback would be like, oh, this is not even a good job.
How much you pay for that shit? I could have done this. My set top a 1,000,000%. This nigga was a mechanic, a plumber, an electrician, but he had fixed everything.
But nigga, and I again, me, now back to the grass thing, I couldn't be mad. I couldn't be mad because like nigga, if I didn't do it, like can't be mad. Like just do
it. Be happy. Because how you get the number? Like, what resources did you get to? Like, no, like I really didn't understand your level of thinking of like was this like what happened? Was this impromptu? Did you see them cutting the neighbor grass? And he was like, oh, not mine out. Like, or did you prepare?
Mine out. Wait, what happened? What happened before the grass? Yeah, that was crazy. You good, Ricky? You good?
I just triggered them.
Wait till this over.
I can't say it on the camera. My boy Q just got triggered. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I said that earlier. I got off with it. But I thought he was gonna say, "I see what you did there with that," but he did. But all in all, though, yeah. So I would think, like, was this like? Did you preemptively come to this conclusion to do this? Like, and was it conducive or was it vindictive? Like, so that's why I'm gonna start thinking, like, because, like, if that's the case, you could have gave me a reminder if it was vindictive. But if it was just one of them joints, you just being proactive, and I'm gonna learn, I gotta respect it. Like I see how you play your cards. I wasn't familiar with your game, and I got no choice but to respect it because that's conducive. That's what I would tell a woman to do, right? But in the reverse, like don't nag, let it pile up. They're like, he never take the trash out. Don't keep telling him to take the trash out. He's not your son. Just don't take the trash out. But what you do is you go take the trash out. And now when the trash keep getting taken out, guess what happened? He's like, oh, if I don't do it, she gonna do it. Now you created a habit. Now y'all splitting the duty. No, let it be 4 trash bags at the trash can to a nigga like, damn, why the trash? Because you didn't take it out. And that's how you get a man to move. Because that's how we would get each other to move. Like, you don't call me to make my flight. You never say, yo, make sure you're at the airport. Like, I can tell you to do it. You might send me a text. You still ain't going. Because you look at it like it's not my responsibility to fucking make sure you get to the airport. And that's how men treat each other. And if you want a man to act like a man, you got to treat him like a man. But if you treat him like a son, he's going to act like a son. So her doing that could have been counterproductive because he's like, thanks, babe. Like, I'm never cutting that fucking Hey, your money's contact. But the thing about it, fellas, he gonna be cutting grass, then he might be cutting ass. So you gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying?
We're good.
Yeah. You gotta just take that in stride and be like, you know what? All right, cool. I'm gonna make sure I stand on it because she's willing to move without me. And that type of pressure is productive. It's when it becomes comparative that it's not. it's like, oh, if you don't do it, I'm gonna call my dad.
Yeah, that's correct.
If you don't do it, I'm gonna call my brother. That's when it's counterproductive. But if it's one of the things where a woman allows you the space to do it, you bullshit and she still get it done. As a man, you kind of got to chalk that because you just bullshit. You sitting on your hands and you can't stop her from progressing. But when she using it as a weapon, that's when it's counterproductive. And I noticed, I'm like, yo, because in real time, having a conversation of talking about the single benefits of men not having to take care of a woman being more beneficial to them than to us than it is to them, and they being offended by it and say, well, we don't need men to take care of us. We got family men. This is for women that don't got men in the family. Well, listen, coming from a nigga that has daughters, I have a mom, I have multiple sisters, I have multiple nieces, I have multiple female cousins, aunts. I would do anything for them. I want them to volunteer me to do this shit. Like, what the fuck you mean? You got men in the family. The men in the family, we here as a emergency contact. You don't fucking go. Get yourself. I want you to get yourself together. I would say this to my fucking daughters. I'm your dad. I will do whatever under the sun to make sure you are okay. But that is not enabling you to be a shitty human being to feel like you don't want a man that's going to take care of you because I'm going to do it. No. Until he don't do it no more. Like, they talk about the concept of giving a woman away that's me giving away my fucking responsibilities to him. That's the tradition. I'm not giving you away just because it look cool. I'm saying, nigga, I've been paying bills since I had her little ass. It's your turn, motherfucker.
Sit my ass back down.
Get back. For you to think that you're going to be a shitty human and just lean on my wallet because you know I'm going to do it, that's some selfish, nut-ass shit. Like, instead of saying, yeah, damn, we could be a little bit better so we can get a man to take care of us. No, I don't need that nigga because if I can't do it, my daddy can. Ho. I can, but no, let him do it. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
hey, my dudes.
My dude, and if he can't, then I will. But don't make me first resort once you get 37. You grown and shit. What the fuck you mean I could do it? Like, no, like I got you here. And if I do a good enough job, you will understand why he's important too. We both got a real fucking role to play.
Good young man.
I'm very small. Don't fucking call me first. What are you doing? But that's what I learned. And I noticed. I'm like, damn. They think they're misutilizing their resources. They think because they have the resources that it ain't a time of being burnt out. Then they want to fall out with the men in their life. Oh, I call you. I can't depend on nobody. I got to do it by myself. You can depend on somebody, but you overusing somebody because you don't want to depend on you to become a better person, to have a man that you can actually depend on. And it really come down to you just working on little things, little attitude mitigation. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of temper, managing your temper and your lash outs and your crash outs and showing a little respect and appreciation. And a man to show up for you. But don't think that you could disrespect this man because you got men you could call, like the men that you call want to do it 100% of the time just because you don't want to get yourself together. It's nutty.
No. Rolling.
Yeah, but we go to the next.
We landed there.
Where we at?
Want to do more?
Absolutely.
All right, over.
Yeah.
So the thing I got for you for the I'm gonna get to the ladies.
Oh yeah, please. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
So with the whole, getting put through the mattress thing, triggered, but no, getting put through the mattress, take her through there. I've often heard that women saying they don't be coming and they be lying and shit like that, whatever. So like,
conversation with a girl about that.
Yeah. So what is your advice
to men or to women?
To women, actually, because I actually can't really imagine just being with someone, back to the 80-20 rule. Because again, no one's gonna be perfect. 80% gonna be great and 20% gonna be their bullshit. But not coming, that's a heavy 20. Like, no, that's like 80. Like, so it's like, so I don't understand. Of course, I understand, like, men egos and shit like that, whatever. He's great, but if he can't get you off that, I don't really get that. So what's the advice for them to like get out of that or communicate it or just drop the nigga? I don't really, I can't really understand it. So talk to me.
I think when we think about creating safe spaces for women, we definitely got to create a safe space for them to express themselves sexually, authentically, because their level of comfort is going to determine their level of freakiness. And the more freaky they get, the more able you are to explore within that realm ways to get them off. But if they are sexually reserved, then it's kind of just like oral and penetration, but like on a standard. Like, it's not really there's no real chemistry, there's no real connection because they don't feel like they could say what they thinking. And it really comes down to how we receive their feedback. But in large part, it also does come down to how they deliver their feedback. So I think that a woman should never try to teach us how to fuck them because then we're going to think, where the fuck did you like it? A woman should never say, I like it like this. Don't say that. That's going to bruise a nigga ego. But you can say, I like when you do this. And that puts him in the okay. Like, yo, damn, like some niggas fucking jackhammer. Damn, but I like when you slow it down. I can receive that because you talking to me versus like I like when it's slower.
When the last nigga did.
My brain gonna go and I might bop you in your shot. Like, I'm putting my fucking boot in your head intentionally. But it come down to the delivery and how we receive it. So on their end, as a woman, in order to be able to open up that door, they just got to talk to the man and not to the experience. Don't talk about what you like. Talk about what you like that he do, and use your words. Look, like I like when you do that. Like, cause I talk to women. I'm like, I like when you do that, and I tell them, talk to me. Yo, look, we here. Use your words. I want to talk to you. Like, you tell me you like something. Let me know. And if you don't like something, let me know. You gotta say, what is this? What is that? Like, no, you could literally say, no, right there. All right, cool. All right, right here. That's where we at. Bet. Now I could explore that whole entire realm because it don't make it a treasure hunt. Like this, you don't gotta like. It's like you gotta know what information is privileged and what information needs to be shared. When you're in the bedroom, don't make it a treasure hunt. Make it fun and exploratory, but at the same time direct. Like you should tell her, she should tell a man what she like, so that way he's in the ballpark. So it's like, all right, you ain't got to tell him exactly where home base is. He needs to be in the same arena as you, so you don't need to be silent about it. And as a man, don't go into it thinking you know already because every woman's body is different. Like. Make this woman come by doing this, make this woman squirt by doing that. And all of them got the ability to do these things, but what gets them there is going to be different. It's not as linear as it is with us. With us, it's one motion they got to do. Mouth, pussy, and hand, they don't matter. As long as that motion is consistent, it's happening. It's way more different approaches that we got to take and different things that we got to invoke in them in order to get them to be able to explore, because it comes down to comfortability. If they too tense, they're not going to come. If they're thinking too much, like they should not be in the bedroom thinking. They should be in there. That's the most sensual, sensationalist place for them, that they should just be able to focus on how they feel. There should be no thoughts involved. But if they are feeling away and it's not feeling good, they should vocalize it and verbalize it, but always speaking to the man and not from their experiences, because then we can receive it. And that'll stop a lot of unhappy, unsatisfied sexual experiences, because you got me walking around thinking I'm really putting you through the mattress, and the whole time you faking the funk to protect my ego, but you damaging a relationship. I would much rather you damage my ego for a night to protect a relationship than you protect my ego to damage a relationship, and then you go find somebody else to really get you off, and then a relationship is just find a toy or something, and it's really over because we don't have that chemistry. So that's kind of what I would tell somebody.
So you're saying even if they do say it in the more organic, conducive way, it still could damage the ego?
I think that it depends on the man at that point, because the man would have to be receptive. And that's where a man can't operate out of ego when you're dealing with your partner. You gotta be real with yourself, and you want real data. So you don't want a fluff. You don't want somebody to tell you they about to send you $100 and send you 10. You want to know what you're getting so you can manage it.
Hey, yeah.
And I think that happens in the bedroom. So you want to know your true performance, yo. Like, now, granted, like I've have attended like women. I make women come, and I think I get them spoiled. I think they go from never coming to coming 3 times. I think that's the standard. It's like, oh wait, like I get it. You could get all, because they can come back to back to back. It's not really hard to make them come multiple times once you know how to crack the code. And it's literally it's simple, right? Simple once it's simple. Let me say that. But at the same time, it's like they can get to a point. This is why I think women that use toys too much, and I can't speak for a woman's body, but I wouldn't be surprised to think that it would desensitize a lot of the feeling that would make it easier for them to come. Because you got the rolls going crazy on you. Really do that. So you do it. It ain't to say you can't do it right now. And then you do it so much that his little basic licks and penetrations and tricks ain't working because you desensitize to the feeling and the sensation of it. But again, regardless, you can't stop her tolerance from going up. Like, you make her come once ain't gonna be enough. Twice ain't gonna be enough. You gotta be careful with how you set the standard. But the only way the standard could be set is if you could receive the fact that you're not getting her there. And as a woman, if you're watching this, don't torture yourself in that way. Don't think you helping a relationship by being quiet about not getting your shit off. Figure out a way to say it. Say it the right way and allow time for it to process. The man might not be receptive the first time you say it. Don't shut down. I should have never said, oh my gosh, why did I knew he wasn't gonna understand. Realize that you just told him he can't cook. And how would you feel? Because I gotta flip it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't use the sexual. If a man say, "Yeah, babe, this food ain't really hitting like that," like you need to throw a little bit more, a little less salt in that joint. First, your feelings is hurt.
Yeah,
the next time you cook, you're definitely going to make that suggestion, and I take that suggestion and make that adjustment. So think of it like that. You could tell a man, but just understand that he might be bothered the first time, but just notice next time he get in that kitchen, it's finna be a whipping.
Yeah, like even like the few times, again, my wife, she can cook, and the few times, both of them.
Shout out to the sad sis.
Yeah, so the food, the few times in 10 years I've said like, I don't really like that.
I'll tell you my stories.
I mean, because of course, every single time, the thousands of meals she's cooked for me. Oh, how was it? I'm like, oh, cool. Like, I don't say nothing. But you never told me how the other John
nothing was something. Silence said a lot.
You don't really do that no more. Like,
I ain't really a fan of that.
Yeah,
I'd tell you, I'd be like, it wasn't really my style. So I ain't got to make the. No, I remember there was one girl. She actually is chef, and she was like, this was earlier in her career, but she was like, she came and cooked. This one, my crib was like the shelter for all my homies. Like we had like a 3-bedroom, but like 7-8 people to be there. So she came and she cooked like a big ass, like I don't know, my macaroni was good. Like she could cook, but I just was basically like wanting her to let the top get hard in. Whatever case may be. And I think she just was like rushing, took it out too fast, whatever case may be. And whatever my feedback was, it just like, it pissed her off. She's still talking about this shit was like fucking 7 years ago. We was talking about this shit like a fucking 2 months ago. She mentioned it again, just on a catch up tip. But we was reiterating and revisiting a lot of like that experience. And I was like, damn, first of all, I did it in front of my friends. It was like everything was just wrong about my approach. The way I said it, I was irritated. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, let this shit get like, what is it like in front of my friends? And then I got mad that she was burnt out. Like, why you mad that I'm mad that you didn't let the macaroni cook long enough? But chef, we talk about that's fucking crazy. That's a gaslighting ass shit. This is crazy. But thinking back on it, I'm like, damn, like. Cause she never cooked for me after that again. And it became a thing where it's like, mind you, she's a chef. She was selling platters out of the crib. I'm paying for her to get the products. And she'll try to sell me the food. And I'm just like, she knew she was wrong for that now. Looking back on it, she was just laughing like, damn, I was out of pocket. But I think part of it, and we both could agree, like it was the fact of how I handled that situation that created that whatever that resentment was.
That moment.
And I had to take into account, like, damn, that's why I'm so big of how you approach things. Me telling people how to approach things comes from all the times I fucked up. It don't come from some shit I just read 1,000 books. I'm like, oh, this sounds good. It's like, no, I realized that I was fucking up and I had to fix it by changing my approach. And it's no different than the triangle offense being ran different with Jordan in them than it is with Kobe in them. It was very different. And I don't remember if one was high running through inside out and vice versa, but I know it was just different because their games was different. The big man was different. The wingman was different. But it was that slight adjustment that got Phil 6 rings over here and 5 rings over here. You know what I'm saying? And if we don't want to take that real data because our ego can't allow for us to be wrong, then we never going to get better. So as a man, you got to be receptive if your woman is upfront about it. And ladies, you got to be respectful with how you present it. And just don't wait to the point of complaint. Don't wait to the point of fucking you just explode. Like, oh my gosh, well, somebody need to be coming around this motherfucker because I know it ain't me. It's just like, no, just say it subtly, babe. I like when you do this. All right, when you do that, do that again. Whatever that was, do that again. Do it until you can't do it no more. Like, cause like you get what I'm saying? Cause it's like if a girl tell me, it can be the simplest shit. A girl tell me that's her shit, I'm going to spam it. I'm spamming it. Spam. Like until we find a new spot, I'm spamming it.
I ain't doing it too much. All right.
Did you feel good while I was doing it?
Yeah, what was level now?
Like, but you ain't gotta reinvent the wheel. She know what the fuck get her off. You know what I'm saying? Just be, and sometimes it's cool to ask, but don't ask how you like it. Just like tell me when you like something I'm doing. Because if you ask her how she like it and say, yeah, I like it from the back, you're gonna look at yourself a little different because you're like, wait, like, nah, I don't want to. No, how what I'm doing that you like, so she could give you feedback on you. But yeah, that's kind of I think we could. I like it. Where we at, Rickster? Cool, same ballpark. All right, let's get into it. Hey, look, man, it was another fun conversation. I actually really enjoyed this, and we hope y'all take something from it because, as always, we want y'all to get 1% better every single day in every single way. And as always, as y'all let people know, we grow. So don't let these conversations stop here. Let them start here. We give y'all permission to take these conversations wherever they need to go in order to be able to create and develop momentum so we can start a movement of progression, a movement of productivity, a movement of personal development because that's what we stand for. Another thing we want y'all to know is go shop with her fantasy box, man. Make sure y'all go shop with her fantasy box. Ladies, shop with her fantasy box for yourself or for your girlfriends. Fellas, it's an easy fucking gift. Bro, it's inexpensive and it's thoughtful. Oh, damn, babe, you trying to say my pussy thing? No, babe, I'm trying to say you got that slippery box, and I want to see if this is gonna make it wetter. But no, all jokes aside,
Step 3.
absolutely. All jokes aside, though, it's a part of personal development to make sure that your insides is as good as your outsides, and your insides is your mind and your body, and not just your appearance. And that's what we want y'all to focus on. So with that being the case, man, y'all already know where y'all can find me at Wolf WSC. You can find the network page at wolfnetwork.wsc. Where can they find you?
Right on Q Live, as in the right side, on QUE Live.
I know where y'all can find our producer, Mr. Ricky B. Philly. And as always, y'all can find the podcast itself on the Wolf Network YouTube channel, the Wolf Has Spoken Podcast. Click him here. And on all audio platforms, the Wolf Has Spoken Podcast. And make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share. Matter of fact, you know what? You ain't got to do all that. Just fucking comment or subscribe. That's all I want y'all to do. Comment or subscribe. Really do both. And as always, man, until next time, let's get it, man. The Wolf Has Spoken.